look at the situation in Ukraine. And I was in Ukraine, the last time I was there was about 6-7 weeks ago now, and I was really struck by the change over the 3 years of the conflict in the way in which the conflict is being fought, and the fact that drones, semi-autonomous and autonomous capability is absolutely at the front line now. And that gives me a real sense that what you're doing here is really relevant to what we're doing in Ukraine, but also really relevant to the way in which we need to be able to defend ourselves as we go forward. And that's why we've had to up our defence spending, 2.5% by 2027. That's the highest sustained increase since the Cold War. That means, I'm afraid, more work for you, more projects for you, which is a good thing because I think we've got brilliant capability here. Storm Shroud is an incredibly forward-looking piece of kit and capability that will help us as we go forward. So that's ever more important. But as we build our national security, if you like, it is also really important to me that that's linked to our economic security. So I want to make sure that as we put more money into defence, as we work with our European and other partners to say they need to put more money into defence, and they are, and as we work with them to say our capabilities need to be more aligned, I want to see that in good, well-paid jobs around the country, good, secure jobs, skilled jobs of the sort that you are doing here. So thank you so much for allowing me to see what you are doing. It is really inspiring. I take away both the capability and the way that you do it. Thank you for that. Thank you for making time for me this morning. And this time last Thursday, I was on the carrier, the strike carrier, that is taking the best part of 2,000 people actually from our armed forces on an 8-month really important mission, and they are literally on the front line.
So this is what leadership looks like under Sir Keir Starmer. After securing the election win he so desperately clawed for, Starmer had a historic opportunity to set the tone for his government, to address the issues keeping ordinary Britons awake at night. He could have gone to the border and finally acknowledged the immigration crisis overwhelming the country. He could have stood in a crumbling state school and promised a better future for the next generation. He could have looked the British people in the eye and spoken about their struggles, the cost of living nightmare, failing public services, and the erosion of national identity. But no, where did he choose to deliver his first grand speech? At a defense contractor's HQ. And what did he talk about? Not Britain. Not the British people. Not even the election promises he casually tossed around like confetti. He talked about Ukraine, because nothing says man of the people quite like standing shoulder to shoulder with arms dealers and prioritizing foreign wars over the burning issues at home. It's beyond tone deaf. It's a masterclass in political idiocy. Either Starmer genuinely believes this was a clever move, in which case he's an imbecile, or he's so beholden to the establishment elite and globalist interests that he never cared about addressing the nation's real concerns in the first place. Both explanations are equally damning. This wasn't just a political misstep, it was a public betrayal. Voters who thought they were choosing change have instead been served a cold, hard reminder that Starmer's Labour is just Blairism 2.0, obsessed with foreign policy theatre, terrified of tackling immigration, and utterly disconnected from working-class Britain. He doesn't represent the people who put him in office. He represents the corridors of Westminster, the faceless technocrats, and the lobbyists whose only interest is profit and power. If this is how Starmer starts his premiership, Britain is in for a long, humiliating ride. The man is not just out of touch, he's a national embarrassment.
So I just wanted to bring you here to show you.
Who are you? Sorry.
I've just been let in by these guys. This is a solar panel farm that's being put up in the West Country. look at this field down here that they're completely ripping up in order to...
You can't be on here. No.
Thank you. Don't push me, darling. You can't touch me.
You can't be on here.
I just walked in.
You can't be on
They're
here.
completely destroying the valley to put solar panels up. And these solar panels are they're just ripping up entire areas of our countryside. And let me show you as well the plastic packaging that these guys have. So I don't know why you're getting across with me. It's you that's ripping up my countryside. Please don't discuss with me. Thank you. So the plastic packaging that goes around all of this stuff, none of this can be recycled, obviously, but it's so green, it's so good for the environment, I'm sure. And I'm sure local people didn't want this on their farmland either, because this makes it harder for farmers to be able to rent space. Please don't touch me. And then over here, let me show you these boxes. I'll go in a moment, okay? I just want to show people what's being delivered to our farmland. And I let myself in, it was no one else, thank you. And here is all the solar panels. Bear in mind, these solar panels can't be recycled. So this is all future landfill. Look at the size of these things. And look at all the plastic wrap on there. Film me, sir. Yeah, my name's Katie Hopkins. I'm just trying to stand up for the countryside and the ridiculousness of net zero. These are the same solar panels that they're going to be putting up at the same time that they want to dim the sun. I hope you're enjoying this. This is Batshit Bonkers Britain. My name's Katie Hopkins. And then here, look at the state of this. This is what's so distressing, is the lie about net zero, the lie that this is good for us. And what's upsetting as well is that these guys are like angry with me. All I'm trying to do is show you. I'm just trying to show you what's been... I mean, this valley is so pretty. It's heartbreaking. Look at it. This is the rolling countryside that we belong to, that belongs to us. And this is what these vandals are doing to it. I don't blame the people. I don't blame the workers. People need a job. But this is disgusting. Sorry?
You don't have access.
I don't have access. Well, apparently I do. But I'm just showing people what's being done. You can't agree with this. You cannot possibly agree with this. I know it's your job. I know you need a job. But this is just absolute vandalism.
What are you doing right now? It's not safe.
I'm not safe. I'm typically not safe, honestly. I'm quite a dangerous person. It is heartbreaking. I pray to God reform get in. I pray we can roll back on this net zero bollocks. And I pray that this...
In a scene that was equal parts comedy and uncomfortable truth, Katie Hopkins, never one to shy away from controversy, made her latest public stand, striding boldly into a new solar farm site while sporting her now infamous Batshit Bonkers Britain t-shirt. The workers on site, clearly caught off guard, didn't know whether to laugh, argue, or just get back to work. Some looked on awkwardly. Others tried to pretend she wasn't even there. But while social media exploded with memes and laughter at the surreal spectacle, Hopkins was making a point that many ordinary Britons silently agree with, but few dare say out loud. Britain's Green Revolution is bulldozing the countryside. For years, politicians from all sides, eager to signal their environmental virtue, have approved sprawling solar sites across the nation's most beautiful rural landscapes. Fields that once grew crops, hosted wildlife, and defined the nation's green and pleasant image are being plastered over with endless rows of black panels. All in the name of net zero, even as communities protest and heritage groups raise the alarm. While the media loves to ridicule Hopkins for her antics, the uncomfortable truth is she's shining a light on a real issue. Across the UK, thousands of acres of prime agricultural land and historic countryside are being sacrificed, not for homes or essential infrastructure, but for industrial-scale energy projects that often benefit foreign investors more than local communities. The so-called green transition is turning into a land